Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have had a very busy few weeks. In fact, the last few months have been very busy from a work perspective. Lots of travel, lots of events. And when I'm that busy, I tend to reach out for tried and trusted products from a makeup perspective. I know which works well for me, which looks work well with the clothes that I'm planning to wear. And it can get just a little bit repetitive and boring. And over the last week or so, I've been thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind a change. And I've been keeping an eye on what's been released. And you can see from some of my previous videos the things that I have picked up and tried and whether I've liked them or not. But there hasn't been anything that's really excited me, shall I say. And I was starting to think I'd like a slightly different look. Something that would complement different things in my wardrobe, like the bright thing that I'm wearing today. I tend to veer towards neutrals, and I have a lot of sort of pinks in my wardrobe and browns. So those neutral colours and the sort of pinky shades work well. There's been a lot of blues in recent releases, but I wanted something a bit different. Nothing's really inspired me recently, so I decided with the Sephora sale and other things that I'd have a trawl through older makeup releases that I hadn't actually bought and see whether there was something, particularly if it was something that was now reduced, that might take my fancy. And the thing that took my fancy was this. This is the Natasha Denona Yucca. Some people called it Yucca, but I'm calling it Yucca. I used to have the yucca plants when I was a student many years ago. It's a yucca, surely. And this is a really interesting palette with some really different colours for me. So I thought I'd give it a go. And what I'm going to do today is just share my first attempt at using it with you, wearing this lovely yellow top. Just to prove that actually sometimes you don't have to go for the latest release. You can look back through some of the really good releases of the past few years and treat yourself to something that complements what you already have, maybe. So let's get cracking. I'm going to get cracking with a bit of eye primer. I don't always wear eye primer. I sometimes just have a bit of magic cream or a little bit of concealer. But today I'm going to put a bit of primer on. Try the Citrina shade. So it's this shade here. Gosh, this is a change for me, I have to say. This is not a colour I would normally go for, but isn't it interesting? I'm going to go for the lighter one actually, just to give it a bit of a lift. I really like that lighter one. Does this remind me of my yucca plant from student years? Probably. So I've doubled the speed of this because I do take my time when I'm experimenting with makeup. I thought that I would ring the colours that I use as I use them for you. So far I've used these 3 colours. When I use nice bright colours like this that are really well pigmented, I do spend quite a lot of time blending. Blend, blend, blend really makes a difference. So just darkening off the corners a little bit more, and of course then a bit more blending. So now over the darker green, I'm adding a bit of the dark green shimmer, which looks really nice. And now a touch of one of the base colours I used just under the eyes. And now for the shimmers. I've gone for both of the gold shimmers. So I've bobbed on some mascara and a little bit of Kajal black eyeliner from Victoria Beckham, and this is quite a different look for me, but that was the whole point. The whole point of buying this was to try and see whether I could find something in previous releases from the last few years that excited me. So you don't always have to go out and buy the latest thing at full price. Sometimes it's just as exciting to go back through old catalogues of stuff on sites like Sephora and others and maybe select something that you didn't select at the time, but now quite excites you or complements what you've got. I think I'm going to have quite a lot of fun with this palette, even though it's a couple of years old. It's new to me. So I challenge you, what might you go back and look at from previous collections from some of your favourite makeup brands? And what might you purchase at possibly a lower price than it was at the time of release? And why? Let me know in the comments below. Do subscribe and do click like. Bye bye for now.